Well, out here on the patio, a lot of you have a patio. We like to call it the patio. Love to sit out here and just enjoy good times. You can see the time. We got the temperature and the humidity. Got a little art object there. There's one of the bird feeders, half full. Another bird feeder. You can see it half full. Love to feed the birds, the songbirds. There's one of our son Jimmy Don's sculptures. Kind of cool. Out here on the deck, you can see the lake down there. Try to keep a little water in that little trough for the birds. Here's what I wanted you to see, is that bird feeder. You can see that they've been eating some seed out of it, but for probably, I don't know, more than 6 months. The birds wouldn't eat the food out of there. Well, the vesper this evening, or the lesson to be learned, is that I just assumed that they didn't like the bird seed. And then the thought occurred to me, well, they're eating the seed out of the other feeders. What's the problem? So I went to the effort to take the bird feeder down, and when I looked at it, the very, very bottom of the feeder was what we call, or what I call, caked up. It was caked up. I guess some of the rain and moisture and stuff had gotten the seed and had just impacted the little holes where the seed comes out. So the reason that the birds weren't eating the seed is because they couldn't get to it. The Vesper lesson today is, whenever something doesn't seem to be working, you may want to check and see if you're caked up. You may want to check and see if you're caked up. It's anytime, anywhere that stuff just gets kind of impacted together and just stops the flow of things that are good. You just get caked up. I got a preacher buddy of mine out in far west Texas. I've preached in that church a few times, and he was talking about they had some kind of church discussion. They just got caked up on the deal. And it's just one of those things that just, over time, by the elements of life, things just kind of get compacted, and you interrupt the flow of things that are good. It's just moisture, and it just gets caked up. So let me encourage you today. It's a great time just to take an opportunity to look at your own life. If things aren't flowing as they should, you may think it's the bird seed, but you might actually be caked up. And it was no big deal. Once I realized what had happened, I had just freed it up at the bottom and then put new seed back in, and the birds are going back to town. It's never a good thing to be caked up. Hope you've had a wonderful day. God bless you. Have a good evening.